Hello, VATrevelyan here with a sort of a different Elite Four video. I'm docked in my thing. Let's take a look at this galactic map thing since I was like a little, man, what about it a moment ago when well, not a moment ago, a couple days ago when I first did this. So, alright. Let's zoom in here. I want to see what we got as far as star systems here. Okay. Alright, so this is... I'm just checking out the star map here, and it's a 3D map. That's fairly obvious to me right now. You go up and down by holding the right mouse button, and you go back, forward, and all that along the plane by using the WASD key setup. So that's pretty convenient. Actually, I like this setup. I vaguely remember playing Pioneer, which I guess you could say isn't really much of a... it's sort of a competitor to Elite Four, but it's an open source version of Frontier Elite 2 and Frontier First Encounter. It's sort of an open source version of that. And they have a 3D galactic map as well, but this one I feel... If I remember the other one well enough, this one is much more intuitive. So I'm liking this one so far. Let's do a little bit of exploring, by the way. I mean, see what we can get here. Okay, so we'll get to the old worlds in a moment. So, alright, so the old Frontier Elite maps were basically up and down this length here. So, which is a little weird, but I can deal with that. So anyway, let's take a look at the Alliance real quick. I'm pretty sure this is going to be pretty... There, what do we have here in the Alliance? I don't see the gateway system anywhere. Let me go down here a bit. Maybe it's down here? Could this be it? No, if it's easy... I don't know. Well, gateway should be right around where Alioth is. I mean, Alioth's still there. I mean, well, it's a realistic star, so yeah, of course it's going to be there. I don't see Gateway, though. That's sort of weird, because that was a major system back in Elite 3, and I don't think it would just, like, disappear, that quickly. There's Alcor right there. Well, I'm sure there's going to be some way. I'm having a problem. I can't seem to get this to fully extend out this way. That's sort of irritating me a little bit. That this is, that this cartographic map here. Oh, you can search for it here. Gateway. Okay, Gateway's right here. Cool. I was wondering where it was. So Gateway is actually pretty far away from Alioth now, which is sort of interesting. Its distance is 42 light years away. We can take a look at it later. I'm going to zoom out a bit because we want to take a look at the old worlds next, because I know there's going to be some nostalgic people here who are like, I want to see the old stuff. And, well, there you go. These are some familiar names. Yes, Lave, the system of Elite. Well, unless you're me, and if for most people it was Lave, but I always had a thing for Reedquat. That was a very fun little area to mess around in. Options. Show grid. This thing just sort of is bounded off very strangely, and I can't... Frontier really needs to drag it out. I'm guessing this looks fine at, 16.9, but 16.10 I think it's like cut off or something. I don't know. It's just not a very good setup here. They need to make it so I can see the whole thing, which I can't right at the moment, which is sort of irritating, and it does affect what I can do. So, I mean, I can't even read the stuff all over on this end, which is sort of irritating. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we got most of the old systems here. Gilsey. That'll be an interesting system to take a look at real quick. No known allegiance. Well, it looks like they have a smattering of stars here. More or less Hipparchus catalog. I don't know about Wirgri. That might be a catalog That's, I don't know. I've never heard of that catalog before. Maybe it's a fake one. I don't know, but I see hip. So that's those are obviously legit realistic stars. Um, Also, anything with NGC obviously is legit. So, okay. Some stars up here. So yeah, that's the old worlds. Now there are these major points here where you have these like ping pong things. So let's see. Lave, T, or I never really figured out how to pronounce it. I used to call it when I was a kid Lizetti. Hell with it, I'll keep calling it Lizetti, even though it's probably wrong. I can't pronounce that. Whenever I make funny noises when I'm looking at a word that is strange, that means I'm having difficulty pronouncing it, and I'm not going to bother trying to learn how to pronounce it correctly. Interesting, that's a federal... Well, that's not really that interesting, because the feds had more of a northern presence before Elite 3, so that's not really too surprising. Alliance, yeah, once you get into here, you're going to have Alliance. I think Gateway's up here. Ogra, Alioth. Oh, man, what was the... Sohoia. I think that's the one where they had that plague in Elite 3. In Elite 3, there was an early game plotline where you could deliver medical supplies to this one system, Sohoia, or something that's around the general area of Alioth and Gateway. Pardon me. Oh, man, I'm going to have to look that system up. Sorry, I was thinking, I had this one system I always used to... I had that as my sort of home base. It was pretty far off in the middle of nowhere, Ayakan. Yeah, that's towards Spark. That's a little towards Sargoist space, but that was my stomping grounds back in the day. Word, Chara. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with this. Yeah, this is looking a little bit more familiar. Yeah, that looks like it. That almost... I mean, heck, when you look at it like this, it almost looks like Frontier Elite 2 with Sirius right here, Alpha right here. No, Alpha was like this. Then it gets weird, but Bernard Star was always right here. So, yeah. I have a feeling that the Sol Bernard Star run will be pretty profitable if it's remains the way it had back in the last couple of games. Ross 154, I'm pretty sure people are going to be taking a look at that one again. La Rochelle. No, I didn't want that one. That's sort of weird. I don't know exactly what's up there. Anyway, get me back to Ross 451. Outdoor. Now, is there any way I can get... Yeah, okay, I can make little beepy noises, but I want system info. Yeah, I don't know how to queue that up yet, so I can't get system info, but that would be where you start Frontier Elite 2. That would be Merlin and what's the little dinky planet that orbits it? But yeah, it's an ice world. I wonder if they see what they did with that graphics wise, because ice world always is kind of hard to do. 61 Cygni, that'd be an interesting little system to go to. Because of its ring thing, Beta Hydra. That was always a fun system to go to. I mean, all the Southern Federation systems are pretty neat. Anyway, let's drop down into Imperial Territory. So that's... I'm not familiar with this system, Anka. Flesk, I'm not familiar with either. Tir Nanog. Not the Land of Promise. That's Tir Tengair. So, I wonder what this system is. Service economy in the Empire. Well, service means slavery, so, yeah, wonder what... That's interesting, to say the least. Samis, that's familiar. Kizi, that's their military base, and... Arkanar, a.k.a. home territory. So yeah, it looks like the basics of these systems are in. Yeah, 6B was terraformed in 2850, population explosion. What they also don't tell you is that there's an alien race that was living there, and, well, the Empire turned it into an ex-alien race. So, and, yeah, the feds always do little things whining about this in their newspapers. And it's like, well, yeah, whatever. Such is the way of things. Okay, so none of these star clusters. Ah, Polaris. Let's see here. Pleiades. I wondered. Polaris, Pleiades. Now this... Under where the Thargoid systems are. Alright. Now this was an important system in the last game. What was the... Yeah, there was a cute little... I think in the... What was it? In Pelion system? Or Pleon? I don't know. I have to figure out how to pronounce that correctly later. But there was a little teleporter thing that took you to Thargoid space there. And there was something similar in... not similar, but there was also another Thargoid thing in Polaris. So I'm sure there's going to be people who are going to immediately run off to Polaris and this system here to see if it's still there. I hear the Thargoids are meanest, so that's probably not an intelligent thing to do. This one. Actually, do they have that... What's it? Okay, Beta Hydri... I'm probably butchering it, but... Oh, goody, you got this here. Beta Lyrae. A contact binary system, also known as the star system you go to where you want your game to crash, because in Frontier Elite 2 and in Frontier First Encounters, this system was here, but they didn't really have a good way to figure out how to have stars touching each other at the same time in those games. So whenever you went there, the game would crash and tell you that you're a horrible person. I hope they've rectified that, because I think people would like to see a contact binary in their lifetimes. So now they have these sort of billboards of other galaxies out here. I don't think you'll ever be able to get to them, so... Now there's some stuff out here. That's interesting. There's some junk out here. Some green stuff. Wonder what this green stuff is. Yeah, that's interesting. These sort of greeny systems here. Blah, 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 blah. Economy unknown. 2-mass. 2-mass. There's a... I think I remember in Space Engine going to a 2-mass object, and there was... Obviously, these have to have some significance because they're green. They're probably the Thargoid systems. I could type in Mayakal and probably find it too. But these are all pretty far out, so this is sort of a minor issue here. I wonder if they're probably... Looks like there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Alright, so what's that sort of big one here? I wonder if they have globular clusters. Yeah. I miss the days when you could hold shift and go real fast. But I can live. Alright, so what is this? This is a big white thing. Well, the big white thing kind of crashed the game. So, this isn't entirely a bug-free experience yet. It's much better than it was last time, but it's not entirely a bug-free experience yet. So, I'll go back to it. I don't want to end the video right now. I wasn't done exploring yet because I thought this was sort of interesting. So, at least we have some commentary, and it's something I can do without, you know... No, I don't want to trade. Go away. Buzz off. Hit 1 spacebar for galaxy map. Okay, okay, so so moral of the day, don't hit white things. Okay, now there's a big, big... What's this? That's sort of weird. We got this sort of thing here. Looks like a string. What is this? What is this sorcery? That's sort of weird. Okay, well, can I get... Are you hooking on to invisible stars or something? Okay. Type 05. Okay. These are some pretty distant stars. I don't know what they're like. They're all like type O something or other, so they're like really bright and you don't want to mess with them. So, yeah. I think all this stuff here is like random. Yeah, beta what's it is sort of like random stuff. So that's interesting. Wonder what all this stuff is. I mean, this is like a long daisy train of stars and stuff. It's sort of unusual to say the least. Okay, so these are all stars that are real life stars. So real life stars are highlighted over the procedural stars. Okay. Yeah, since we're out here, I wonder what's in the galactic core. Probably another crash, but meh. We can deal with it. Oh, wow. Okay, well, if you want a lot of star systems, this is where you want to go. This is kind of reminding me of Space Engine. I mean, you can't literally see in front of your face out here. Galactic core. Oh my god. Yeah, well, if you ever feel like you're running out of star systems, you know, they go here. Holy crap. Anyway. Oh my god, I can't even see where I'm going. And there are all these little dinky red stars. Okay, galactic core. Well, you think the galactic core would stand out a little bit more. Wait a second, is this it? That's the only weird-looking one out here. Stuyame, blue, 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 blue. DA. All right, cause I know what. All right, I might be a little rusty in my astronomy, but I'm thinking DA doesn't really sound all that familiar to me. Why? Why not? Okay, why? Why sort of indicates to me that that's some sort of a dwarf? I don't know. L would indicate that to me, yeah, sure, but I'm sort of wondering because, I mean, some of this stuff is on unfamiliar sections of the main sequence here. Oh, God. Okay, let's try to get back to Galactic Core. I want to see if I can find the black hole. Because if you guys don't know that, there is a black hole at the center of the galaxy, and oh my god, I can't see a damn thing. A galactic core. Okay, now I want to see if I can find it. It's an M3. CNTRE. Oh wait, that would be. Oh man, I can't even see what I'm writing. I would write Sagittarius A or something like that, or Sagittarius A star to find the galactic core. But I can't see what I'm typing. This is very unfortunate. So, yeah, I mean, maybe the black hole has been added here, maybe it has, and we really don't know because I can't freaking see what I'm doing. Alright. Now, let's see. There's all this garbage around here. You're in the... yeah, that old arm of the galaxy. Wonder if they've got the far end. Anything out here? I'm sure they have. Oh my. Come on, let's get down into the plane. Is there nothing out there? Yeah, there's stars out here, so you can mess around with those if you really want to. Yeah. But, be cool if they had some of the bugged stars from the original game, from the last two games in there where they had, mere spaceports and stuff, but it's probably not modeled that closely on the original game, obviously, because they changed where the positions of the original systems were. So, oh well, this was sort of an interesting little perusal of what we have here. Anyway, I like the star chart. It's very easy to use once you spend like 5 minutes with it, and it looks very scary at first, obviously, when you use it immediately when you're trying to dock with something like I was, but when you're actually trying to use it to find stuff, it's kind of easy to use, except for the fact that this is thus, this is just not acceptable. I can't see what I'm doing. No, that has to be made happy. But in any event, this is by VATrevelyan, and yeah, I liked this. This was pretty cool. I think I'm going to like it, using it a lot. So, I will talk to you later, and I hope you found this video helpful, and have a good day.